Hello everyone, myself Savita DR, lecturer, Department of Machine Tool Technology, Government CPC Polytechnic, Mysuru. I welcome you all to the session 5 of Unit 4, the milling machines. In this session, we will discuss about the classification of milling cutters and the use of the milling cutters. So learning outcome of this session is students are able to classify the milling cutters and their uses. First, we will discuss about the classification of standard milling cutters. So standard milling cutters can be classified into 10 category. That is, we will discuss one by one in this session. So first category is the plain milling cutter. So under this plain milling cutter, we can subclassify these as according to the duty, light duty, heavy duty and helical plane milling cutters. Then the second type of milling cutter is side milling cutter. So again these side milling cutters can be classified as plain side milling cutter, staggered teeth side milling cutter, half side milling cutter, interlocking side milling cutter. And the third type is metal slitting saw. Again these metal slitting saw can be classified as plain metal slitting saw and staggered teeth metal slitting saw. And the fourth type of milling cutter is angle milling cutter. So again angle milling cutters can be classified as single angle or double angle milling cutter. And the fifth type is end mill, further classified as three types: taper shank end mill, straight shank end mill and shell end mill. The sixth type is T-slot milling cutter. Seventh one is Woodruff key slot milling cutter, and the eighth type is fly cutter, and ninth one is formed cutters. Under formed cutters, it can also be subclassify as five types, that is convex milling cutter, concave milling cutter and round corner milling cutter, gear cutter and thread milling cutter. And lastly, the tap and reamer cutter. So we will discuss all these one by one in detail. First, consider the plain milling cutter. So plain milling cutters are cylindrical in shape and have teeth on the circumferential surface only. So ಏನು ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಕಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೊ ಸಿಲಿಂಡ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೀತ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಸರ್ಕಂಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಂಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟೀತ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಕಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಕಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಟು ದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪಿಂಡಲ್. ಸೊ ಮಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಷಿನ್ ಸ್ಪಿಂಡಲ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Then the teeth of the cutter may be straight or helical according to the size. Depending upon the size of the milling cutter, so ನಾವು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಟೀತ್ ಕಟರ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಹೆಲಿಕಲ್ ಟೀತ್ ಇರೋ ಅಂಥ ಕಟರ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Plain milling cutters can be further classified as light duty, heavy duty and helical plain milling cutters. So if the width of the cutter is more, it is called slaving cutter or cylindrical milling cutter. So helical plain milling cutters are very superior to the straight plain milling cutter. Next, move on to the side milling cutter. So side milling cutters, so these side milling cutters are used for removing the metal from side of the workpiece. So these cutters have teeth on its periphery and also on one side or of its both side. Then they are mainly used for removal material from the sides of the workpiece. So these are there are many types of side milling cutters, namely plain side milling cutter, staggered teeth side milling cutter, half side milling cutter, interlocking milling cutters. So depending upon the particular work, the machining is performed by selecting a proper milling cutter. So this figure shows the staggered tooth and interlocking tooth milling cutter type. Then come to the metal slitting saw. So these are used for parting of operation or for slotting operation. So mainly used for cutting narrow and deep slots and for parting of operations. So the teeth are cut on the circumference of the cutter. Here the width of the cutter is very limited. The outside diameter of the cutter will go up to 200 millimeter, and width of the cutter ranges from 0.75 to 7 millimeters. The side of the cutter is relieved so that the side may not rub against the work. So this picture shows the parting of operation, and this saw will give you the metal slitting saw. Then move on to the angle milling cutter. So angle milling cutters are made as a single or double angle cutters and are used to machine angles other than 90 degree. The teeth of the angle milling cutters are not parallel to the axis but are at an angle to it. So by using angle milling cutter, inclined surfaces and bevels and helical grooves are machined. So there are two types of angle milling cutter. One is single angle milling cutter and double angle milling cutters. So picture shows the single and double angle milling cutters. Next we will pass on to the end mill. So here in this end mill, these are used for light milling operations like cutting slots, machining accurate holes, producing narrow flat surfaces, and for profile milling operations. These cutters have cutting teeth on the end as well as on the periphery of the cutter. So it is made up of two parts, body and shank. The shank of the cutter may be straight or taper. If the cutter doesn't have any shank, then it is called shell end milling cutter. Next is T-slot milling cutters. So these T-slot milling cutters are the special form of end mills. It looks like end mills only, but it is having side milling cutter having shank. So these special form of end mills are for producing T slots and dovetail slots. It looks like a side milling cutter with a shank, and the cutters having cutting teeth on the periphery as well as on both side of the cutter. So for this session it is enough, and then the other types of milling cutters we will discuss in the next session. Then we will pass on to the MCQs, that is assessment. The first question, the cutting edges are spaced dash on the circumference of the cutter. So options are equally, unequally, can't say anything, none of the mentioned. The answer is, or the cutting edges are spaced dash on the circumference of the cutter. So equally on the circumference of the cut. So cutting edges are spaced equally on the circumference of the cutter so that it provides an identical surface. If they are not spaced equally, then we can't get a smooth surface. Next, second question. The dash milling cutters have teeth on their periphery as well as on their one side or both side of the cutter. So the options are plain milling cutters, side milling cutters, end milling cutters, and face milling cutters. So what is the answer? So milling cutters have teeth on their periphery and their one side or both the side. So then it is obviously called side milling cutter. The option is B. Then the third question is the cutters having a bore at center are mounted and keyed on a short shaft called dash. So cutters are usually mounted on the which shaft? So a short shaft called arbor. Yes, arbor, shank, can't say anything, none of the mentioned. The answer is arbor. So arbor is one of the famous type of milling. cutter holder. Then next question is, end mill cutter is an example of shank type milling cutter. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true, because end mill, as per the classification of milling cutters, these cutters are used in applications such as tracer milling, profile milling and plunging. So it is a shank type milling cutter. Next, we will pass on to the fifth question. In face milling cutters, maximum cutting is done by the teeth on the periphery. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. Maximum cutting in face milling cutter is generally done by the teeth on its periphery. Then the sixth question is, in face milling cutters, teeth on end face perform a type of finishing operation during cutting. So is this true or false? In face milling cutters, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಫೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಟೀತ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಅದು ಫಿನಿಶಿಂಗ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್ನ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಆರ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ? So yes, it is true. Maximum cutting in face milling cutter is generally done by the teeth on its periphery. So periphery ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಟೀತ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೇನೇ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇಯ್ನಾಗಿ generally teeth on its periphery ಏನಿದೆ, that is the maximum cutting takes place, and teeth on the end face generally perform finishing operation. Okay. Next we will pass on to the seventh question. Which of the following milling cutters can be used for cutting thin slats or for parting of operations? As we know, plain milling cutters, side milling cutters, end milling cutters and metal slitting cutters. So obviously we know the thin metal milling cutters are metal slitting saw athwa metal slitting cutters. Then the eighth question is, which of the following milling cutters can be used for formation of V grooves? So V grooves ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಕಟರ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಮಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಕಟರ್, ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಕಟರ್, ಗೇರ್ ಕಟರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವುಡ್ ರಫ್ ಕೀ ಕಟರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ವಿ ಗ್ರೂಗೆ? ಸೊ ವಿ ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಗ್ರೂ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಎಸ್, ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಮಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಕಟರ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಡಬಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಮಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಕಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ninth question is, wood rough key milling cutters is a type of dash. So wood rough key milling cutter is a small type of end milling cutter. So these are special type of cutters. So the answer is end milling cutter. 10th one is, which of the following milling cutter is capable of removable of large material with very small power consumption? So plain milling cutter, side milling cutter, end milling cutter and face milling cutters. So plain milling cutters have low power consumption but high material removal rate. Then these are the key answers to your assessment. And then this is the assignment, that is list the classification of milling cutters and their functions, and describe plain milling cutter and side milling cutters with the help of neat sketches, and then describe the angle milling cutter and end milling cutter with the help of neat sketches, and make use of neat sketch, and describe plain milling cutter and side milling cutter, make use of a neat sketches, and describe T-slot milling cutter and metal slitting saw. Thank you.